Good evening, Twitch. How you doing? It's Thursday night here, and we're here for hopefully what is to be the final episode of Beat the Backlog. We need to actually take one brief moment here and let us get our password from our last stream here so we can continue on with our journey here. Just to give you a quick rundown of what's going on right now, and a few things kind of that. Some off topic, some related to Twitch, and some other events are currently going on right now. Currently, actually, I normally don't advertise people's channels immediately. I always wait for the end of the stream. But if you're a person who is a huge fan of the Tokyo Game Show, want to know what's going on right now, or just want to experience a convention from another person's perspective, there's actually Yoshi TV. He is actually he's actually live at the Tokyo Game Show. Working in collaboration with Twitch and a couple other companies covering the event. So if you actually want to see him in person, it is quite literally an IRL stream. So you can go say hi to him, he'll show you around the entire convention hall, so there's apparently a lot of them, and that's what's going on. As for other news here related to Twitch, there's actually also the dark mode has finally been activated, so you can actually now experience Twitch finally without it blinding you at midnight or late into the night, so you can have something nice and relaxing click towards that's not going to blind yourself in the later hours of the night. So that to me is a net positive. I know a lot of people use better Twitch TV, but it's still something nice here. So we got our password here from where we are, and let us go on into the living room here. We'll also bring up OBS and bring up our game, and let's also remember to give ourselves desktop audio. That would also be nice. So we're gonna jump straight on in to Ecco the Dolphin. I think I've given enough announcements here. Hopefully we're now near the end of the game. That last stream, this is not an easy game. It is a beautiful game, and it has, you know, like, I like the concept and such, but man, this is not easy at all. Alrighty, so our password here is TYAK. Let's see, GPLH. What we're doing right now, we actually need to go back to the city of Atlantis and go into the time machine once more. They're actually reusing. Looks like they're actually reusing. They actually reused one of the stages because we had to actually go back. That's. And apparently we can now finally breathe underwater forever. Because I guess that's the power that, Oh my god, I'm terrible. I already forgot the darn DNA strand's name. I am a terrible person. Let's take a look here. What's odd? Well, actually, no, I guess actually we do just have infinite. Oh, it's this thing again. Well, let's actually cheat. So, there's a couple ways you could do this. So we actually did this last stream, and we're going to do it again because I do not want to deal with the difficult way. So if you actually try to do this normally, the game would require you to do a lot of jumping and such, and apparently also a lot of obstacles. And kind of go past that. Can I? Nope, can't use that. So let's see if this actually might give us a better view. So you can see the game would actually want us to do all of these ridiculously difficult jumps from one thing of water to another. And if you know, jumping in this game is something that frustrates me to no end. Or to just an absurd degree that just is extremely frustrating and also very fatiguing on the hand. What we actually can do, if you actually looked up here, and this is what we did a couple nights ago, is a statue. That little statue. Hit that. Access granted. And what it actually does... opens the door to the time machine. Immediately takes you there. No fuss. No fuss. Apparently, I guess I have to hit it at 88 miles per hour. We do actually have to hit it at 88 miles per hour. Back at the City of Power. Let's see what this crystal is. Time travel sequence initiated traveler Ecco. Apparently it knows my name. Let's get our surroundings here. I don't know where I am now. This is... So, we were originally sent... Oh. Oh. That's right. This is the time machine. Right. Completely forgot about that part. Let's go back in the time. So where we're going now, we're actually going back to the moment where our pod was taken. Because we apparently we avoided the Vortex's grasp. I think now we're going to allow ourselves to be captured. So now we're literally at the start of the game. We are at the start of the game. We are back where we belong. We're with our pod. Our pod is back. The marks on your head looks like stars in the sky. How high in the sky can you fly? We have a huge pod. There's a lot of dolphins. Ecco, if we breathe air, why do we live beneath the waves? I never actually got to talk to all the dolphins, that's why I'm doing it. Sing to the shelled ones and they will heal your wounds. Not always. Fire. Charge small fish to feed and gain strength. Okay, so... Did we find all the dolphins? Nope, we still have one more. How high in the sky can you fly? Okay, so a couple of them just basically ask the same question over and over again. I guess. Yep. So a lot of the dolphins just basically repeat themselves. Actually, I'm curious. Okay, so now what do we have to do? We're gonna see how high we can actually go. So now we're gonna actually allow ourselves to get kidnapped. And here we are. Okay. Okay. Is this a maze? Am I... Okay, I can destroy these things for now. Okay, I can heal. That's actually good. Oh no! Alright, that goes a bit quick. What? Okay. That's odd. I'm not able to charge. Okay. I don't know why it wouldn't let me charge. That's a little weird. Ooh, that is difficult. Oh, this is gonna be annoying, because... Small corridor. Very difficult to avoid all the obstacles. Wow, this game really hates you. Like, you would... I don't know why, at times it just doesn't let you charge. And you have a gigantic hitbox, no wonder why this section would be difficult. Okay, so the jellyfish actually don't hurt you. That's actually good to know. If anything, I'm going to try now pressing the C button instead of the charge. So we're going to go I'm gonna try a little bit of a different approach here. Have a little bit of finesse. Having your tail. Oh, the mines actually really suck. Apparently they go slower than the stage crawl. And wow, thank goodness you regenerate health now. But this would not be doable. Alright, so... Oh, come off it. Did that to myself. Yeah, this section's gonna be difficult to go through. Alright. I don't know why it's very unresponsive, the charge in this section. Okay. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Wow, that's just... Oh, this is... Ooh, that's a bad section. This is a bad section of this game. Like, this, it's just basically like, it's just one bad section of this game over another. Like, you don't get that sensation of I'm having a lot of fun. Like, it... I mean, if you want to be frustrated, this is definitely a game for you, but... I'm glad they got rid of the air, which is interesting. Alright. I wish they did wait, what? Wait, what? Did my sonar do damage? No, I guess I'm imagining it. That was weird. I thought my sonar would actually do damage. That kind of sucks. Alright, now the... Turn like a freaking... How's it going, Sapphire? Yeah, it's unfortunate how difficult they made this when it could be really cool. Yep, that's basically all my streams so far of me playing this game. It's been me being, like... The moment I thought I could actually have fun, it's like, okay, now it's not getting so difficult. It looks like they finally learned their lesson from the earlier stages to not make it difficult. They throw just something stupidly difficult, and that's what... And this is... Oof, this is nasty. I hit both of them at once, and you can only kill one object at a time. How you doing, though, Sapphire? How's your night going? How's your week been? It's almost the end of the week. Hopefully you're excited for the Tokyo Game Show that's going on live right now. There's actually a couple of people on Twitch that are there right now. I think Sonar... I don't have... Okay, the Sonar can damage things, but, and here's the downside, I don't have that power-up. I don't have that power-up. So, it does exist, however, you need to save the dolphins at the very start. So, you're absolutely right on that. You remember, you are remembering correctly, but the requirements to actually get it, I don't have it. Which sucks for me. Although I don't think it really... I don't know how much it actually would affect in this game, because it's just so easy to skip. I don't know why... Why doesn't it want me to... This is the most unresponsive I've seen the charge. Like, the charge has actually been, if anything, was the most reliable control, but because now I guess we're in a scrolling level, for some odd reason, the charge for Ecco doesn't want to go off half the time. Like, I can button mash the charge, but it doesn't want to go off. Now, second one. Yeah, see, it just doesn't go off. I guess, like, I'm off screen or something. You have to hit charge and sonar. That is very complicated. That is extremely complicated. Yeah, I don't have that power, unfortunately. Rolling really makes the charging suck. Yep, that's what I'm learning right now. That is a fraction of a... Yeah, no, I don't think I have that power up. Because I only saved one dolphin pod. And that gave me the ability to absorb enemies, or some enemies, and stop them from respawning. It's not as reliable as I thought it should be. Especially with, like, the enemies like the trilobites and stuff. Like, I think if anything, one thing I noticed was they made you invulnerable a lot more. God, this is a mess. Like, if they made the sonar your main weapon, like, to kill things, or to take out objects, I think actually that would have been much better. Like, this would have been a much better game, a much more well-received game in terms of beating the game. I think this game got popular because you're playing as a dolphin, it's adorable, it's cute. Got the multiple objects and you have no invincibility frames. Oh, come on! I was charging! That sucked. You know, the real downside about this stream, like, I consider this, if anything, some of my worst streaming over the year, just simply because I get so hung up on just how bad this game actually is. And it's like, there are games that are much, much worse, but this is like the special type of bad to me, because it's a type of bad that, because it's so mediocre in everything it does, it feels like it's worse than a game that is actually truly horrible. Like, I don't know if you can understand that. Kind of like if you watch a movie, like, there's a really bad movie, but you can actually get some semblance of enjoyment from it. I really have to actually start destroying some of these things. No! I'm gonna try and just destroy one of those mines. Because this charging is just so unreliable. I'm guessing you've beaten this game as well. I've had a lot of people actually come on streams as of late, and I consider myself very blessed that these people have actually been coming on to these streams. No! I got stuck. Yeah, and the game definitely ruins it for people. I have a very love-hate relationship with this game. I've seen a lot of people have stopped by here, and really great people, like, willing to help out, you know, thankfully not backseat game and stuff. You know, sharing their love of, like, showing that they really do enjoy this game and actually let me, you know, like, despite me just bashing the game just because I'm having such a overall a miserable time. Damn it. I need to destroy that one in the lower right hand corner. That's the thing that's killing me. I think most people, if they've like I said, this is a game I could see like people just, most people who probably bought this game, they played it and they only really played the first level. And they more or less, like, they're the type of person who basically wanted to play the game to be a dolphin. And that, if anything... no. Darn it. I'm trying to figure out when I should actually make my move for the mine. I'm just gonna call it a mine in the lower right-hand corner. Actually, maybe if I could probably just do this. Alright, so that's one. Come on! It's two! No! You get squished. Well, here's the thing, I would have been fine. Like, this game overall at its core is a puzzle game. But the problem is, it has so many... The developers tried to basically make this game a little too realistic. So the amount of player agency they actually give you is very much reflects of what, I guess, you know, somewhat the limitations of a Dolphin. So it really sucks having to deal... Man, you... I wish Ecco's hitbox was not so gigantic. Like I said, it is... Like, that's what most of this game has been. It has been a puzzle game with, you know, very restrictive platforming. Get rid of that. So, once we actually can get over there. I really hate how Ecco's hitbox is so gigantic. Yeah, I just don't understand why... Like, why the charge doesn't want to go off so reliably. Ah. Oh! Okay, alright. Oh, come on, my charge went off on that one. That sucks. And... You know, so, like, if you actually try and beat the game, like, this is a very frustrating experience because this is not an easy game. I don't even know how that actually worked, but okay. I think this actually is the solution. Ah! No! I'm gonna touch something! I guess it's squished again. Like, but even the puzzle solving in this game was very obtuse. Having to push objects with your sonar, that was very obscure. The game had very little conveyance in telling you, like, what to do, like, against the boss. I can't believe I'm forgetting the character's name again. This is actually tragic. The DNA boss, there was no conveyance of, like, here's how you beat me. Like, not even in the stage. I mean, I know this is early game development and such, too, so... Not... Oh, come on. No, Turning around is so awkward. In this game. I'm just going to die here because of swimming and how gigantic you make your hitbox just by turning just a little bit. Asteroid. That's his name. Everyone gets his thing. Everyone got stuck at probably got stuck at Asteroid if they actually tried to beat this game as a kid because it never got explained. There was no conveyance. Actually, it's 4. Hate to tell you, Sat 4, it's actually worse. It's 4. Like, that was probably, if anything, the one thing I actually had a lot... I had trouble throughout this entire thing. Just even something as simple as, jumping was difficult. Oh, I think we made it. No, I forgot about the lightning. Shoot. Come on, you have to be over. You have to be over. There is nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else. You're done. You're done. You're done. Why is this not over? Why isn't this over? I can't... Oh my god. No wonder why people hate this game. That is something that should have been over. Some jumps had ledges. All of the jumps in this game. Actually, no. Okay, maybe not all of the jumps. I'm being a little hyperbolic here. Very particular jumps that required a certain amount of height were difficult. Because even if you actually did breach the water and landed on the land, if you didn't get far enough, it would just boot you backwards. Ah, that is rude, and there's no checkpoints in this game either. Oh my god, this game is garbage. Like, you have no health, like, no invincibility frames, very little health. And I can't believe there's been 4 of these scenes because people just like dolphins. I also hate it, like, I think I was close. Close, but no cigar, unfortunately. Like, that's the downside. I wonder, honestly, if I could actually just get away with button mashing the charge button, because it's kind of what I felt like I was doing. Yeah, sometimes your charge just doesn't destroy it. That's the worst part. Now we have to add the one reliable mechanic in this game that I actually had very little complaints about. I now have complaints about because we're in a side-scroller situation. Because the game is absorbing all the food and all the animal life, or the vortexes. Rude. Like, that's the part that sucks. That's the part that sucks. Like, I'm button mashing just to... I got stuck again. I got stuck again. Like, I hate that. I really hate that touching anything in this game does damage against you. If you might have a better strategy, Sapphire, I am all ears. Just letting you know. No! I don't even know how I just end up destroying those. And it scrolls faster, that's the worst. If anything, this thing should have not been of increased speed. I'm honestly trying just a charge strategy right now. I know that's not... My charge didn't go off. I think just mashing charge and trying to stay in the middle is how I did it for a lot of the tries, vertically. Okay. That's easier said than done, given how big these things are. But... I can try. Like, the hard part is basically these pillars are big, or insert themselves directly in the middle. Or, we also just learned they have a limited hitbox. Okay, that's an interesting approach, actually. Of course, actually getting in the dead center to avoid everything is also really difficult. But how would you avoid the lightning, then, and all the boxes swimming at you, then? Because then you would get hit by everything. I think you would. Yeah, no, mashing charge while trying... That's difficult. Like... That is difficult to do. Like, it's basically just really difficult to align yourself, because controlling Ecco is very average. So it's very difficult, like, I'm not getting my charge here, and I'm being pushed off to left and right here. Like, I'm just being pushed. The lightning... How? You can't tank... I'm sorry, I'm a little complex here because you can't really tank things in this game. You don't really have health to tank stuff in the game. Like, even my charge isn't going off. This is just bad. So basically, you're probably saying try, once you get past the initial stuff, try and go for the center. I would hope that's what you mean, because there's no way you could just be straight in the center. Or maybe when it speeds, once you get up to the lightning section. We're gonna try that. Nope. Because you can't tank anything in this game. Like, tanking something would suggest you might have invincibility frames and such in most games now. This, you don't... I'm taking 3 points of damage from touching anything. Come on. Okay, when you say center vertically, is the same thing as center horizontally. Like, unless you mean Ecco's positioning, and that's what I've been striving for, is to be, in the center vertically. Like, unless you mean something else, which I don't understand, because center is center. There's only one center in this section. Like, I know I'm trying to hang back here, but that's not from choice, I guess? Because the problem is basically the way they have it designed, at least the starting section, and I'm sure the later section there probably had the same issue, is you're saying to basically be... I need to be horizontal, not only on a horizontal level, but also on a vertical. So you're saying to be in, you know, riding forward, but that happens. So, like, these boxes come on over, and it's very difficult to, like, look at this. This is just a mess. Like, it's hard just simply to be in the center, on a vertical level. So, like, you would want me to be right around here, but because of how terrible this game actually is, that's very difficult to maintain, because the game consistently pushes you forward, and you get punished for being too forward. Like I said, it's a very difficult strategy to pull off. Because this game is not like a shoot 'em up, where precision is key. Like I said, everything about this game is average, and because of that, it becomes worse than an actual really bad game. Because of stuff like that. Come on. No! Why'd you speed up? I actually can't believe I survived that for a second. I took my eyes off the screen. Can you try hitting the box? Doesn't work. If your sonar doesn't do damage, your sonar doesn't do damage. Oh my god, you're kidding me. You are bloody killing me here, game. It does work. I am sorry. You are correct on that. That makes everything doable now. That makes okay, maybe not completely doable. Alright. That actually does it. Assuming there's no blockades. There are blockades. God damn it, this game. I can't believe that, actually. Sorry, the blockades are annoying. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, game. You have... This game is going faster than I can actually regenerate health right now. You have got to be kidding me. Well, we have full life now. No more barricades. No more barricades. I'm stuck in the back. I can't actually move forward. You're a miracle genius, Sapphire. A miracle genius. Thank you. God, that was... Oof. Welcome to the machine. What's the machine? What is the machine? Ooh. Okay. Apparently our... What? Okay, so we can get squished. And apparently our sonar now does damage. Interesting. No, get off. Get away. Away from me, alien. I cast you out. This is awkward. What? Oh, come on. What? And if you thought the tube was hard, I see that kappa. No! Ah, I got eaten. If you thought a straight line was difficult, well, you haven't seen anything yet. And more side-scrolling adventures. This is a thing. Okay, so they're doing the whole, we're just going to follow you. Okay. What? Okay. No! Alright, Vortex, these... How much you want to bet the Vortex will attack from behind? Or not. Okay. We're absolutely now guessing on where to swim. No, stay away from me. Okay, we're not going that way. At least we have health regeneration now. Oh no, how long is this section now? Okay, that has to... Well, at least we could spam our sonar, so it's like a shotgun. See, this section... What? Okay, thank you for making a last-second change. Oh, this is dirty. No! Ah, I screwed up. I totally screwed up. At least this is actually somewhat enjoyable. At least at first. Nice. Oh. It's just very obscure to navigate because now the swimming really has to be on point. Ooh. And it doesn't help, like, it's not like a shoot-'em-up design where, like, this is the path you need to go. It throws all these little twists and turns. Get out of here. So I could easily see myself just getting, squished. Or eaten. Luckily I can memorize this. This is actually kind of difficult to memorize. Because there's a lot of paths that go like, no, that was not the right direction. Oh. Well, at least for new personal best. I really hope that was the right direction. Oh no. Really wants to wound you, hurt you. No, 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 I don't have full control of Ecco. I'm terrible at piloting Ecco. Okay, down. Like, that one little fake-out they did was pretty mean. Like, hey, you're going this direction. No! I'm stuck! I'm stuck! Wow, this is a long section. This is actually a very long section. Memorization has also not been my strong suit as of late in this day and age. Trying to be like, honestly, one of my core complaints about this game is that it tried to be too realistic. Like, it didn't, like, either it should have been a puzzle game without a life bar, or it should have been a game that, oh my god, get off of me. Or it should have been a puzzle game, like a puzzle game without having you worry about oxygen. Like, that was honestly one of my big complaints is... It doesn't, like, that's a good mechanic to build up stress on your player. I don't know how I got past that, but okay. But, at the same time, like, you already have too many other things in this game that creates a lot of stress for the player that didn't need to exist. You guys... This actually might be the like, aside from the novelty of... Oh, come on! Margin of errors, very little, when it comes to actually getting through this stuff. I'm guessing you guys had the same problems I did. No more Ecco location for good old Ecco. Oh, come on! I guess if any of these things... Let's just say I might have had to resort to save states here. I would not blame you on that. I would not blame you on that at all. Like, I had to do that with Dynamite Heady. Like, Dynamite Heady was... like, the final boss, because I was really annoyed at that game, because the last part of that game, like, Dynamite Heady's a difficult game. I realize I'm not a fan of the, 8-directional shooter-type games, like what Treasure does. But, like, the later bosses in the game are just mean, like, absurdly difficult for... Like, it's really difficult on the international version because they obviously, like, they increased health of the final boss. This is actually kind of difficult. I mean, like, I can see this is actually somewhat fun. This is actually kind of nice, but having no invincibility frames and getting squished makes this a lot more difficult than it needs to be. But I don't know who they were aiming this towards versus who they actually got as their consumers. Looks like a little long to turn around. No! Like, I'm worried about the heads and such touching me because it becomes very difficult to navigate. This was down. Nope. Okay, thank goodness that actually doesn't count towards anything. Hey, new PB. Alright, we're going this way. Sorry, I'm in focus mode now because of this game, and I hope you understand. No! Oh, that's dirt. Oh, okay. Alright. What? Alright, that's dirty. That's very dirty. Wow, you are just guessing now with how many branching paths they made. That's just rude. This is rude for, like, those trickies, that trick out section. Alright, well, we survived. It's a plus. No! Oh, no! Oh, that is so rude. This is absurdly long for a section in this game. You can see why you'd resort to save states. This is garbage. Like, the fake outs are probably the worst sections because it has such poor level design. Or it has intentionally rude level design. Let me put it that way. It has, like, intentionally, like, it doesn't need it. It's trying to do, it shouldn't actually try and be this mean. That's why some memorization is required. I'm surprised we didn't get past it. That's long. This is absurdly long, and and the heads and the things and the vortex take 2 hits. Like, the tube is bad because you have very little control over your character. This is bad because it fakes you out. Like, it made just such a tiny section that you had to be in there, and if you don't know about it, you'd be screwed. Like, all this section is a level that you should be able to freely swim through. And without invincibility frames, I kind of wish the echoes didn't reset. That's the other downside about this, is echolocation resets, and if the head sits on top of you, you're dead. So even doing like a button mashing approach doesn't work. Like, I would love to just do this and like spam out lasers, but that's not how this works, unfortunately. Because those things just... I'm surprised there aren't more of the wall turrets. I'm surprised there aren't more wall turrets. Oh, come on. Because turning Ecco around is also very difficult, because if you do a straight turnaround, you stop firing outright. So, to even continuously do your firing, you have to do a full circle, which takes time away from... which basically puts you in bad positioning. That's what it does. It puts you in very bad positioning. Like, that's the big issue. Like, these aliens should not take probably shouldn't actually take 2 shots. Like, either have the focus, or have the difficulty be set on navigating and control, so you're testing your abilities on piloting, or make it a fun shooting section, which... to me, this is, because of the way this is set up and how long this is, it fails on both counts. I mean, Gradius is a difficult... come on. Ecco! Piloting is terrible. So this is why you weren't recruited for Star Fox. How long is this section? I have to ask. Do any of you know how long this is, or... Around 6 minutes. Ooh, that's... oh. Wait, so how far did I get? Aww. I was stuck turning around. I couldn't shoot. That's the other thing that sucks, is that you turn around completely and you can't shoot. Hey, how's it going, Mega G-Wolf? Also, how's it going, Ninja Zombie? I'm sorry I didn't say hi to you guys to you earlier. full of enjoyment. Dude, the tube was pretty bad, too. If it wasn't for Safari there, I wouldn't have gotten through the tube. Have you tried using your echolocation? That doesn't kill the little things. Oh, it does. Oh, now I feel stupid. Nah. Oh, come on, how'd I miss? Yeah, this sections is kind of difficult. Like, I'm glad now we have infinite air, but we still have the issue of very little... very little health, no invincibility frames. It's good to know I can finally swim through those. I've been trying to avoid those like the plague. That's a needless object. This game is so full of that. Yes, it is. I've not enjoyed... Anytime, like, I get that little bit of hope and starting to actually enjoy myself, it's like, great, cool, a puzzle that's very straightforward, it's earnest about itself, and it's actually can be fun. Like, the game then stonewalls me. Oh, come off it. Get out of here, you darn vortex. Yeah, this is a bit long in the tooth. Or this game is a bit long in the tooth. Okay, so... No. That's not the section. That's not the section. Alright, so... I'm trying to remember where I need to go now, because... this is so long. Like, I'm glad, actually, there aren't many turret sections. Just simply because... you just have no invincibility frames. But at the same time, having no invincibility frames really sucks. Do you plan to place the second Ecco? You mean play the second Ecco? Yes, actually, there... So, basically, what the Beat the Backlog is basically my little stream series... Damn it, that sucks. Is my stream series of going through games that I have in my, not just simply in my Steam collection. Like, I currently just only focus on PC because this is the only things I can actually stream. I don't have a good capture card, and nor do I have the setup to properly do, stream console games. Just because of a quite literal physical space, and second, just not having the hardware. But yes, there is tentative plans to play it. So my current plans right now, honestly, is beat this. I don't like doing, like, I'll probably take a break, so I might actually just do, like, some Game Archive. Game Archive is basically my nights of, let's say, like, I just want to play a game I can enjoy for a couple hours, because I try and stream for at least 2 hours a night. That's usually how long I can stream. Usually I have to cut it early because I need to get sleep for work and such. So yes, there are plans, but right now, given the current timetables, I want to play... And this is going to be an interesting experience, because I finally actually... Because ever since I did, Final Fantasy V, the 4-Job Fiesta, I kind of want to try streaming another, RPG. Oh, come on, that was just rude. And there's a game coming up by a company called Airship Syndicate. I believe it's actually probably their first game, called Battle Chasers Night Roar. Now, that's actually based off... I got stuck. That sucks, it pushed me away. Which is based off a comic book in the 1990s. No, I didn't, I never actually got to read the comic book. Like, I only know about it because because of Wizard, the magazine. Had like a promo of this person's artwork, and I really liked it. I love the art style, and I like the characters, and I like the setting that they actually have, that they had set up. And it's interesting to actually see, like, hey, this is actually a game. And so what I want to try and do, that comes out on October 3rd, currently on PC, so I want to actually try that out. And so that's what I'll pivot to next after this. But then after we go through that, though, however long that takes, then yeah, probably go back to going through all the Genesis games that are in the Sega Genesis Classic Collection. But I'm so happy seeing from the Tokyo Game Show, like, what was shown from their, which is odd, because it was all Sony stuff, so it's like, makes me wonder, is any of the stuff actually coming out for the PC? Because there are a lot of mech games. A ton of mech games I would want to play. I just wish. Like, the downside about this fight, about this section as well, is they do stuff like that, and the second part is your Ecco doesn't go off screens, but they get pushed off screen. And that's where they're invulnerable, so it's kind of like a reverse situation where, like, you can manipulate something to despawn, but instead they're basically hiding out of bounds and they'll instantly charge you. And then you die. And this is difficult. I also wish this was... Can you believe you'll play? We actually, that was actually, was it, what was it, I just called her Circle. That actually likes this game. Like, they honestly do like this game. And I believe it. Like the novelty, you know, like the same thing with Dynamite Heady. It has a good theme. Play as a dolphin, swim like a dolphin and such. But it's the execution of a lot of the, you know, design choices and such that drives me up the wall. Like, that's the stuff that just, that will annoy me to no end. Hey, you did awesome at beating Dynamite Heady, man. You did awesome. I mean, we told you, like... I wish I had someone who actually told me, like, all the power-ups and such. Or, like, all the warning attacks and such. Oh, dear God almighty. No! No, 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 no. But you pulled it off. That's something I can't do. I actually do wonder if spamming this actually is... Oh, no, 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 no! Ah, I hate this. I mean, this mostly really comes to the fact a lot of old games we used to play were as hard as they seem, not necessarily all that good. Yep, very true. You were more rusty than you thought, too. This game is not nice, I'll tell you that much. Like the first... what was it? 7 stages. Dynamite Heady, perfectly fine, a person can learn. It's difficult, but doable. Stages 8 and 9, however, are just mean. Like, that's what I have of, like, personal beef with a lot of the Treasure games. Like, I haven't played Gunstar Heroes yet, so... And Gunstar Heroes was their first game, so... That was the start to their illustrious reputation. Damn it! Ecco, you pilot like crap. I really have to actually take the time and update, switch over to like Muxy and such. Thank you very much for the follow, C4. Come on. Like, what makes this actually kind of the worst part is the level design from all the previous stages is applied here. And a lot of the previous stages in Ecco, it's like if you go the wrong way, you're going to be, what is it, you're going to suffocate. You're going to suffocate because you screwed up. You went the wrong direction. A bit of a button masher here. I wish I could actually just button mash. If this wasn't auto-scroll, it came as you explored. Yeah, that definitely would make this a lot easier. Like the auto-scroller part is really the part that kind of kills it, because having all these branching paths makes very complicated level design that it's meant to intentionally trick the player. But I feel that enemies are coming on too fast for no reason. Like, I'm competing not only against a clock, I'm competing against aliens that are spawning as well as memorization. That's the core thing about Ecco. It tries to do too much. It's throwing too many mechanics in which a player should be... Instead of a state of rest, they're at a state of panic. Like, with very little reaction time, one second. Nope, stay away. Like, it also doesn't help Ecco kind of navigates like trash, or swims like trash. Hang on, I need to kind of focus on this now, because this little... Nope! I didn't mean to turn around like that. Get into this... This area sucks. That sucks. Like, this little section here sucks. Like, the fake-outs are not needed. Like, I could have gone down. I could have gone down and killed myself, like, 3 or 4 times. Not to mention they are navigating themselves around. No! Please, game! No. Sorry, I don't know what way to go. I went the wrong direction. Didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay. Sorry, they're adding a shader, for no good reason. Please be over. Please be over. What is going on? Why is there a turret there? That's the only way to go. That's rude. This section should have been over a long time ago. This section should have been over a long time ago. Prove how adept you are at swimming and blasting. I will say, though, the blasting actually is probably the only cathartic part of this. Sorry, hang on a second. I'm having a bit of an issue. No! I hate... That's the problem with the level design of this game. The moment it has no reason to do branching paths. That's the part that sucks about this game. All of these like the branching paths make sense in the puzzle because you're tested against like your oxygen and such. This here, you're doing a straight, like you're doing an auto-scroller. Give the player just a straight line. Any Gradius player actually like freaking anyone who played a Gradius game knows that the last thing you do is misdirection on players. Of course, even then, a lot of Gradius games actually had terrible level design because a lot of it was based on you being at full power, or they do really mean stuff like we're going to close everything in front of you. Because screw and you. A lot more aliens are spawning than... I'm also kind of realizing I think the pacing of this is kind of determined by the destruction of the aliens. Now it just might be me on that. I think the only shoot-'em-up games I've ever beaten was like Abadox, and it wasn't the original Gradius, it was Life Force. The problem here isn't the auto-scrolling in general, but specifically the auto-scrolling is actively trying to kill you. Yeah, well, that's... Like, auto-scrollers are meant... like, auto-scrollers can be built to kill you. A lot of games do that. And that, to me, is fun. What isn't fine is when you do... this. Like, the branching paths. The fake-outs, I'm somewhat okay with. But it has to... But the big issue that this game actually has is... it lacks conveyance. You know, you have to be able to tell your players where they need to go. There is absolutely nothing here that is exactly directing me on where I should go next, how to anticipate, where I need to go in the future. I think you can have both. Like, if you had invincibility frames in this, then you could easily have both. But, I don't know how that touched you, but okay. And... like, it's more of the not being able to do invincibility frame, or not having invincibility frames in this that makes it needlessly difficult. Nope. Get out of here, you. Like, all these branching paths I could be taking. That's a lot of branching paths I could be taking that would have just gotten me squished. That is, to me, unacceptable. Oh, come on. Also, Ecco's hitbox is pretty trash. Because of stuff like that. Like, you could end up getting stuck in a section. That can really hurt. I think I just killed myself. Yep, I killed myself. Stop by to yell at Ecco. Good luck, go to sleep. Alright, have yourself a good night, Mecha G. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. Always appreciate you coming by. Yeah, a lot of games would you have to rely on hitboxes. Like, a lot of shoot-'em-ups now are at the point where it's like, you're literally a small little pixel. Like, the hitboxes are so small now, it's kind of, like, comedic. Like, your ship is bigger than the hitbox. This is definitely, Ecco's hitbox is bigger than the model, but that's only because they made, like, every part of Ecco, you know, they... Actually, no, I'd say actually Ecco's hitbox is pretty much the size of Ecco, which is pretty gigantic for this game, given the size, or the scale of a lot of the level designs. Like, Ecco feels like he's big because the game makes a lot of really tiny sections. I think that would be the best way to describe it. Also, it sucked that it got squished there at that last section. As for what I would rather have this be, would I rather have this be an auto-scroller or a shooter? I think I'd rather just have the shooter, because I'd like to, like, I would be okay with myself getting lost. But I think it's because the reason why they made it an auto-scroller is because even though you have because of the health regeneration, like, they had to find some way to make sure you died. I think if you can clip through walls if you get lucky, I'm not gonna count on my luck. I think I've used pretty much all of my luck in the whole Game Sharks thing right now, and even then, the current challenge is Sonic Spinball. And that's good. I'm glad we chose that people voted for overall what should be a relaxing game. I think I might finally actually not get, like, a place or a placement. Because it's pinball. Pinball is a fickle game. See, that part's rude. Like, that, like, the fake out is such a small window, and the enemies are attacking you from so many directions. Like, the enemies are gigantic here. Let's be frank about that. They are needlessly gigantic because they have to make sure you can hit them with the Ecco. And that's the big bugbear, is, you know, their scaling is off. Damn it! I believe that if you could, I wouldn't try to, though. Yeah, I wouldn't try either, and I got too comfortable. On that section. Yeah, this is mean. 6 minutes of this? Ugh. Like, I thought a lot of the earlier games I was playing on the Genesis were difficult, but man, the more popular the Genesis titles, the more difficult they're becoming. I thought Biohazard Battle, a shoot-'em-up, would be one of the more difficult things I had to go through. No, it took me, what, 3 nights to beat that? This is taking me almost a week so far. I think your PB had a... Oh, that feels like a kick in the gut. At a minute left. That's good to know. Like, I'm actually glad a lot of people who, like, play this game, who've beaten it, or honestly, earnestly enjoyed it for one reason or another have stopped on by and watched me play this game and play other That was just rude. Yeah, I can charge. I don't think I could last another minute. That's... ugh. Come on. Give me some time to react here. I just wish the enemies didn't just instantly appear on screen. Like, they either need to be smaller or move slower, or the core issue, of course, is this game needed invincibility frames. Because I feel like the only thing you can do is just, like, mash your sonar to instantly protect yourself from getting... being a dummy like me. Mash your sonar did not actually be me. Man, I thought like, having to make all those jumps and stuff were really difficult. This is like the slow increase the frustration. That's what this is. Like, the stage didn't need this many, paths. To fake out the player on where they need to go. All we know now from this is that the game developers of Novasoft were complete sadists. Or masochists. Either that or they had no game testers. I would actually like to interview these people now. Just to ask... No! Why? Why did they do that? You know what actually would have been a good way of conveyance in this stage? I just realized that. Those markers. The boxes. That would have been the best, would have been positive conveyance, because it's an obscure object that could have easily navigated you or told you, like, hey, the game, you know, it's like, go in this direction. Speaking of which, actually, speaking of this game, there's actually, if you're interested in getting this game, the Sega Mega Drive and Genesis Classics Collection is actually on sale on Steam for like $12. And even, Humble Bundle is doing a encore of their summer sale, and that includes a couple of the, Sega games as well, which you can activate on Steam. I think the only two games I'm missing from it, this entire thing, has been Toe Jam and Earl. Then you would have another thing trying to kill you. I have a lot of things trying to kill me in this game. The last thing I need to actually killing me right now is my own personal incompetence. But that seems to now have taken the forefront. Let those darkest dungeon quotes fly. There, we finally got past it, and we completely forgot everything else that's going on in this game. That part there is rude. Like, they spawn the enemy on the far right, and you're on the far right. The amount of time you have to react is non-existent. I just bought three original Sonics on Steam. Nice. Yeah, I pretty much buy a lot of games. Like, pretty much, like, if I'm buying a game, it'll basically be on sale. There are very few exceptions. Like, I bought 9 games this year. 9. For a year that was so... See, that... It was perfect. Like, the boxes should be your conveyance in this stage. And it feels like they start to do it. Maybe it's my imagination and I'm just going crazy. I'm not going crazy. You're the one going crazy. No. This is the fake out section. That's just mean. I just wish Ecco handled a little better in terms of controls. That part sucks, losing direction, or when you turn around completely. There. Alright, so... go this way. No! I think I just glitched through the wall. Alright, so we need... See, this just gives you such little space to do anything in. Like, this section sucks, because look how very little space you actually have. And there's also a turret. So now... No! I totally screwed that up. No, I didn't. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not fine. Alright, so... Oh my god, why, game? Why? Sorry, we're focusing again. Nope, I just killed myself. No, I didn't. Okay, good. Thank you, health regeneration. This is needlessly tenseful. So... down. Alright, we're at PD. They're just gonna throw a bunch of turrets at me. No! No! You don't. Not yet. I'm too old to be doing this. I'm much too old to be doing this. Oh no. Okay, good. Neither directions. This is rude. That's rude. That was rude. Like, you have very little reaction time to correct course. I just get... That could have been... That was bullshit. That could have been bullshit right there. That's upsetting. No! No! I have no control. I have no control. Was that the final... We did it. We did it. Okay, let's take a break here. How's it going? How's it going, Zero Gravion? How you been, man? It looks like a circuit board. It did look like a circuit board. I can't believe you survived that with no health left. Yep, that's the clipping I was talking about. You know a little about Ecco! Okay, bias aside. Ecco is a very popular game on the for the Sega Genesis, and primarily I think I'd attribute most of its success because you got to play as a Dolphin. It was a very unique concept, but I might want to save state. Sapphire, what are you saying? Are you telling me if I die now, I have to redo the entire maze? Are you actually saying that right now? I should thank you, actually, for letting me know, but at the same time, I'm kind of hating myself now. Just arrived at work and want to check your stream. I think I had a Dreamcast version, which you never played. Yeah, a lot of people actually like the concept. So basically, Ecco the Dolphin. Primarily, I think very few people actually beat it, but the basic plot of this game is that your pod, your colony, gets kidnapped by the aliens because the aliens go visit Earth every 500 years to get food. I don't want to spoil it for you, but having to redo the whole stage. Here's what we'll do. I want to try and beat it as is, because... really hate... Here's the thing, like, I beat Dynamite Heady, but I don't... Even in my backlog, I don't consider myself that I beat it. And knowing this... like, Dynamite Heady had the same issues. Like, to me, the final two worlds were really spiked in difficulty and were really bad. Horribly designed. And the international version basically made the bosses have a lot more health, which means it became a lot more difficult to actually go beat the game because it was an endurance match. Now knowing this, that's just 6 minutes, and then you only get to make one attempt at the boss. So we'll try and beat it as is, but I just don't want to... I want to beat it the way it was meant to be beaten. But that's cruel design, just like Dynamite Heady. Dynamite Heady had really bad, cruel design in the international version, because they gave the enemies more health, or the bosses more health, and you started out the game with 0 continues. If you're telling me Welcome to the Machine gives you 1 attempt at the boss, oh, that's just nasty. But we'll give it a shot. Okay. Where's my health regeneration? You don't have health regeneration! Are you honestly telling me this game does not give you... This game is terrible. In the Japanese version, you don't have to redo the machine. This is a freaking terrible game, even more now. Oh my god. That was... Yeah, Zero Gravion. So basically, this Ecco and Dynamite Heady are basically cousins. They're kissing cousins. Developed by 2 complete game developers, but had intentionally made the game either more difficult in the international version than the Japanese version. Although I think Novasoft is might actually be an American-based company? I don't know, I don't know if they made, I don't know what Novasoft is. I don't know if Novasoft was a Japanese developer or not, so let's just put that out there. So, it could be one of those situations where instead of making the game harder on the international version, when they ported it over to Japan, if that's the situation, then they made it easier. That sucks. What really sucks is that you have no health regeneration. So the one mechanic, the power that they give you in this game, aside from obviously infinite air now, they take away the health regeneration. That is ridiculous. That is brutal. Yeah, that's not nice at all. That's just rude. And the worst part is you can't even analyze the fight because this game, it's a giant alien head. What do you do? Your Ecco doesn't do damage, I guess. The eyes spit bubbles of lava. You have no invincibility frame, so if a bubble even touches you, you're just going to die. That's just mean. The big thing about a lot of, this is a puzzle, makes it even worse, because originally it's a puzzle game, then becomes some sort of action game. But... and they just make the game absurdly difficult, for no reason. I think if anything, a lot of game developers, especially even today, fail at conveyance. You need to teach your players, or show your players or tell your players by showing what to do. The boss is hard to tell. It's hard to tell what you need to do. Well, it absorbs the jellyfish, so that much we do know. It shoots out eyes. Enemies come off screen to attack you. So you can defend yourself with the Ecco that way, but it seems like the only way to do damage is the charge. Yeah, this is brutal. Like, if I had the health regeneration, then it would be fine. Like, okay, great, I could regroup, rethink. Like, if there's any, like, okay, just pausing for a second here. The big issue I'm having with this game, over anything else, is that this is a game that should have been designed, and honestly feels like it was meant to be designed for you to think. Because it always says, dolphins are as smart as people. But the way the game plays, and the way the game presents all its problems to you, and with the mechanics they created, prevent you from actually thinking, and, like, taking your time and actually thinking, actually analyzing, thinking what to do, where to go, how do you solve this problem. That's the big issue with with this game. Yeah, that part sucks. Like, auto-scrollers, I normally don't have a problem with auto-scrollers, like, but you're right, attaching to a boss and then having be attached to a boss fight really sucks. That. Like, it shouldn't, you're right, it shouldn't be attached to an auto-scroller. It should have just taken me to the final boss where I could just make as many attempts, win, feel happy, but they didn't. A funny quote from the developer. Now you gotta share it. You gotta tell us, what's the quote? I was paranoid about the game rental and kids being the game over the weekend, so I made it hard. Yep. Good job, team. Good job, Novasoft team. Honestly, this game would have been a success no matter what, because people bought and played this game just to be a dolphin. We were very much all into a modern-day environmentalism. People loved having that mindset and having that attitude. I'm actually surprised I made it through that. I'm actually surprised I didn't die there. I am, however, somewhat tempted to actually look up a guide just to how to actually beat the boss, because this game does a terrible job at telling you what to do, or where to go, or how to beat anything. I mean, like auto-scroller sections are usually are doable. You can do them. They are not... Like, the rudest part about this is basically if an alien lands on you, you can just take a combo of damage and just instantly die, or if you don't know the path, you can get squished. Those are the two things that actually really suck about this. So, like, figuring out what to do, where to go, and such requires... You're right, it does require memorization. It requires a lot of memorization. A lot of, I guess, kind of needless memorization? Like, the game should have given me health regeneration all throughout the entire thing. I should have had health regeneration for the final boss fight. Because... give your players... Like, agency is one of the most important things you can actually give a player. Alright, goes down. Sorry, I don't remember... Sorry, Ecco turns like trash in this game. I hate how this game actually punishes you from guessing. Like, hey, maybe it's this direction. Alright. So... let me know when I can tell you about the boss. this is one of those terrible... Oh, come off it. What? Okay. Oh. The eyes. I attack the eyes. I probably have to attack the eyes. Assuming I can actually... No! Alright. I know what to do. You have to shoot the eyes. I think you have to shoot the eyes at least. Don't put that way. You should have the dolphins with sonic cannons in Red Alert 2. And I never got to play Red Alert 2. I played Red Alert 1. I used to be huge into, like, RTS type games, but... kind of fell out of favor. Like, a lot of... Like, I'm amazed I actually play, like, a lot of certain genres a lot. I don't think I've ever really found... Like, I'm very much an amateur-ish gamer. Like, I play all the game genres, and I do them all competently. But I never get to a point where it's like, I'm proficient at something. As we get ourselves right, we almost get squished like 3 or 4 times. Who's the best in the series? I just appreciate the whole Command & Conquer and Red Alert thing. Here, Sapphoir, yes or no on this? Am I damaging the boss when I shoot its eyes with the Ecco? Nope, we're dead. The acting, yeah, no, like, total love the acting, and when people... We get squished almost at the start. Like, this is difficult, but it's not... It's doable. Like, this is an auto-scroller section that's doable. That does not have a binary answer. Okay. Well, thank you for answering that, actually. That appreciate that you were able to just simply say it's not a yes or no. It can't be done with just a simple yes or no. Alright, so maybe I'm not damaging it by just attacking Sonar with its eyes. I wish it was that easy, though. I really wish it was that easy. I'm gonna keep trying it, though. Damn it. Ecco does not turn on a dime. Like, this is an auto-scroller section I can see myself, like, I could do. Like, this is doable. It's tricky, but it's doable. I'll just say it helps. Okay. Shooting the eyes. The other thing that happened was those black balls. What else? I'm sorry, Zero Gravion. This may be an auto-scroller, but this is actually, like, at that perfect pinnacle of where you could briefly gaze at something, but at the same time, you don't have much, like, it's enough time where if you just, even a simple glance, you could just screw up and just like, oh, whoops. Well, I'm dead. So I apologize if I can't, like, always read everything. But no, like, I always appreciated, like, Command & Conquer series and Red Alert series for what they were. Like, it was only until they really got to the modern stuff that I, like, more, like, what was it, Command & Conquer 4 and stuff? It's like I just couldn't... Like, I didn't have the money, I didn't have the time to invest in playing all those games. Hey, I'm okay with rambling. That's how conversations start, man. That's how conversations start. They call him Ecco. Ecco. Don't talk about 4, it's a crime. A lot of people are trying to reinvent the wheel with RTSs. I mean, what was it? Dawn of War it still did it, even to this day. Too many aliens. Too many aliens. Too many aliens. Too many aliens. Okay, alright, that was a thing. That just happened. I think they should have given you the health regen. Like, that's the biggest sin to me in that in the boss fight, is the health regen. It needed health regen. Badly. You guys... It also didn't help that one of the random enemies just spawned out of nowhere and instantly took 3 sections of my health. Here, let me ask this question actually, Sappor. Health regen or checkpoint at boss, yeah. Can you actually heal at the final boss? Yes or no? I want to know if there was a way to heal. The gameplay sucked, but the plot resolution was undiluted nonsense. Not that you're aware of. Okay. That is fine. Yeah, I don't think you definitely couldn't feast off jellyfish. That'll be a new one. It'd be a welcome addition. I'd be okay with feasting off of jellyfish. Down. Oop. Sorry, this is all blending in together, and I'm trying to become more attentive to looking at the chat, which I know I shouldn't be doing. I like how you actually, in some sections of this, you actually can go and survive a while, and then the game designs this like, nope, you actually went the wrong direction. Ah. That part sucks. Ugh. Part's actually also difficult. Forgot me. Oh, I hate that. The background doesn't help. No, it doesn't. I mean, it's not too bad, honestly. I've seen a lot worse backgrounds that harm the player harm the player much more. Like, the biggest issue isn't really the background, it's just all the deviating paths that just lead to your doom. It's just instant game over. At least it wasn't as nauseous. I'd rather take the tube. Like, the tube was the tube was annoying, and it was longer than it needed to be, just like this, but it was quick. I mean, the downside is, though, you probably wouldn't have all your health, so sucks to be you, regardless. Like, that's the whole thing that honestly is killing me here, is that you don't have your health regeneration. Like, the health regeneration is just, it is that important. Yeah. That's exactly why I always rant about the importance of conveyance. Like, a lot of games you will learn, even modern games today, don't tell you where to go or what to do. I mean, it's kind of interesting, just like the Fable. Fable took it to an extreme. Fable 2 took it to an extreme, but it was revolutionary. And then nowadays, like, there's a certain point. Like, I feel like a good balance that made a lot of games very special was, like, Morrowind. Now, I didn't play Morrowind, but I know one thing. I know my brother and cousin played it to no end. And you could get lost in Morrowind. It was actually pretty easy to get lost in Morrowind. Especially, but the game also had a journal system that told you where, like, a city you would need to go, or a place you would need to go, and you could find those places. That's a way to basically, that has a level of conveyance. Taken to the other extreme, you would have what we currently basically have today, was basically, like, here's a waypoint system, you need to go here. Like, the enemy's here. Like, how would you know the enemy's there? Like, you just do. Like, all these branching paths that basically lead to your doom really suck. A little overkill. And they do tell you every 10 seconds. Yeah. I had to actually mute the... not mute the music, just lower the audio myself for the music, because it kinda just gets ingrained in your head. Not exactly the best soundtrack you have at a certain volume. Oh! I could easily see myself spending 2 hours on Welcome to the Machine. The big thing I really just wish I could figure out would be the... What? Ecco, you swim like a garbage can. Swim average. Or have average controls, and that sucks. I might just keep going until I actually beat this. Ah. But yeah, like, trying to deliver the right amount of conveyance in games is really difficult. Like, I don't envy, like... And the worst part is, it's kind of like what was it, when Bender met God in Futurama. When you do something right, hardly anybody notices at all. And it's so easy to, just criticize or be antagonistic towards the people who do it wrong. I mean, the stream of me playing Ecco is a testament to that. Ah. I'm finally actually having to use the C button now for some reason. I was navigating everything just with the D-pad, but now I'm at a point for some reason where I have to actually now use the boost. I have to use the boost to get through. Forced to constantly spam an attack button. As Ecco just gabs and gabs and gabs. Like, damn it. I didn't get squished, I got eaten by the alien. Or by the vortex. This is hard, but it's doable. That's the one good thing about this, but... a little long? Lacking invincibility frames is real good. Yep. That's actually partly what made a lot of this game really suck for me. The trilobites, man, those trilobites were annoying. They, like, you couldn't even dash into them because their hitboxes were so small. That was one of my gripes with Ghost 1.0. What's Ghost 1.0? Trilobites, oh my god, they're so bad. Yep, they were torture. They would turn any devout Helix believer... Damn it, I did it again! Helix believer into an atheist. No! No! That's the other thing that really sucks. Like, you have to be... A lot of these sections here, that's really causing me to slip up now. I'm coming at them at angles. And if you come at things at angles... Like, one of the major other core problems of this game was trying to get out of the water. A lot of the time when you tried to boost out of water, you would hit a corner, and that would basically kill all momentum, and you could easily get your hitbox stuck. An indie Metroidvania gimmick, being an android that jump out of your body and possess other machines. Interesting. Oh, well, Super Mario Odyssey basically took that premise then. Got yourself a Cappy. Although it's interesting, like, they've actually now turned Mario into, like a sandbox game. Like, instead of having dedicated stages, it's just a sandbox environment that you go in. It would be cool if, like, the fish sucked up, flowed through the machine to show you... You know, that actually would be good! That actually would be pretty cool. And that would actually be another solution to the issue of conveyance. Like, here's all the... You're defending your pod from the vortex, and the vortex is trying to eat... That would have been even better. The vortex kept on trying to actually eat your pod along the way. So you'd have all your dolphin buddies, all the little fish and stuff. That would be pretty cool. That's actually a nice idea there. But yeah, like, being at a diagonal in this game, like, in this section is just doom. Like, you have to just fit just right. And you have to be... like, far ahead enough. Like, you can't be too far ahead, or else you end up getting stuck yourself, or making a mistake. And getting yourself stuck, like this! Like that. Like, I'm so amazed actually you can't destroy the bullets here with the Ecco. Like, it's just weird. Like, this game gives you the agency, like, hey, great, now you're this powerful, destined dolphin to save your pod. Final boss, nope, no health regen. Your agency is done. Any sense of empowerment is now gone. Like, isn't that... It's not me, right? With that weird feeling. Wow, that took all my health. You had tight corridors with enemies that you get stacked with rapid-fire guns. There's the first not 90% of health due to iframes. I am not paying attention anymore. I think we're getting to that point. We are actually at the 2-hour mark, but... Oh, not the right direction. I'm stuck! I couldn't go far right enough. Like, that's what makes this game suck. Like, that's... Or, like, because it's average at doing a lot of things, it just sucks. Like, if anyone tells you, it's like, why, you know, it's like, I did this average, like, some people will actually view something being done at average as the worst thing ever. Like, they see something that's bad, and they can easily see, like, hey, we can fix this. It can be fixed. Something average that might actually be a solution, or can be done, honestly can be often looked with more scorn and disdain in this day and age. That's good reason. Come on, get out of here. I hate how they remove it again, but the boss would be the joke if he didn't remove it. I disagree. I think at that point, like, okay, Abadox. The reason why, if anyone who actually played through Abadox knows that the ending of Abadox, you can still lose the ending of Abadox. But at the ending of Abadox, they actually make you a super powerful, like, you're basically invulnerable. They actually make you invulnerable. But you could still actually lose. And I know that sounds strange, like, how could you lose if the game actually made you invulnerable? They made you invulnerable, but you could still actually get, you know, you could still get squashed, you could still get left behind, you could not escape the alien body of the... I hate that section now. There's no point for being there except to artificially cripple you. The pickle right behind the boss guard. Yeah, that second attempt there that I was able to get in really sucked. I feel like this is doable, but I just wish, like... You know, it has that basic problem. It's like, oh, well, you can't get an attempt in at the boss. So, you know, good luck. You know, trying to figure out the boss. But yeah, I could see why people, like I said, the reason I think people love this game was it was Dolphin. It was a dolphin. They were very much huge environmentalists back then. And it was something that gave people a very unique experience, because even just simply the concept of swimming around as a dolphin attracts a lot of people, both young and old. Especially during the days when this type of technology was considered cutting edge. But I wish the game would have committed towards keeping player agency. Player power. Player power is important. Not me perfectly. Hey, LGL chests, how you doing? We are... I really hate that section now, actually, because I constantly get stuck. Well, we're on the second to last stage. And I kinda hate this. It's doable, we've gone through it twice. but at the same time, it's not, it's mean. Like, this is, it's rude. Just streaming this game a couple hours ago. I'm guessing you beat it. I have no doubt in my mind you beat it. So it took you, what, 2 hours to beat the game? Yes, you did beat it. Well, good job, you beat it. I... Fortunately, don't have your skill level. Oh no, I just killed myself. No! Oh, good. I barely made it through. I almost went the wrong direction. Damn it, and I also hate how the game, less than 2 hours of stream, then I streamed Ecco side of time. Nobody likes a bragger, LJL chess, nobody likes a bragger. It's impressive, but no, like, that's a little too far there, saying it's like, oh, then I went off and played through another game. This section is... It's doable, but because the controls are just so average, like, you end up getting stuck. And so you question, like, is it your fault, or is it the pacing of the level, or the alien just sits on you and you just blow up. Like, they could have actually made this a lot more fun, but even then, they failed at making this fun. Most frustrating thing about this level is that, yep, we got to the final boss twice, but... And they take away your health regeneration. No idea why. No good explanation why either. I feel like it's better to, oddly enough, be, for the most part, ahead of swimming in these sections. That. Like, if you do, like, diagonal right, you get stuck there. Because Ecco's hitbox is so gigantic. Yeah, no, like, this has just been a very, it hasn't been as frustrating as previous nights. It's frustrating, it has the slow crawl of frustration, but it's not been, like, extremely frustrating, like, having to deal with the trilobites, having to deal with the boss, with the DNA. Damn it, I keep doing that! I keep making the same basic mistake in this maze now, because I'm now treating those boxes as the means of conveyance when I know this game has no actual intelligent level design. Like, I keep thinking... I keep giving this game more credit than I actually should. Like, I've already been as hard as I can on this game, like, obviously without swearing. But... it's just... a terrible bowl of mediocrity that I loathe. It doesn't help that the game constantly... like, it built way too many paths. It's like, here, go here. Oh, nope, you're dead. Go here. Like that. Like, those boxes could have been the, like, the simplest way of, conveyance. At the time, it's more fun this way. LJHS. There's good difficulty and there's bad difficulty. This game is exemplary of bad difficulty. Like, if you're telling me it's more fun, but it sucks because it is not as difficult, you're telling me it is a much better game. Because now I've, like, played through this game, with the exception of beating the final boss. Like, difficulty does not always mean fun. Like, I am a type of person who will enjoy a lot of difficult games. I beat Darkest Dungeon. I play through a lot of hardcore type of games. But when you say, when people make statements like that, and they know the downsides of this game, that's not a negative. You can't say that as like, oh, but it's not as difficult. Like, no, that's, the good things about it is that it's a lot more fun because it's less difficult and it has a lot better design. At least I hope it does. I haven't, obviously, played Ecco Tides of Time yet. Get there, spam like crazy. Stupid alien heads. I completely forgot, like, what is actually the right way to go now in this whole thing. I like how I have an army following me. Of aliens. Of alien heads, apparently. I have no idea where to go. Down. This game just... controls like garbage the more I play it. Like, it's funny, the more nuanced I feel like I'm actually controlling Ecco, the more I feel like I'm being punished. Alright. Now... Damn it! Damn it! Stupid! A moment you actually have. There are cutscenes. LJHS, it's hard for me right now to care. It really is. Like, that's the downside about playing a lot of frustrating games, and, like... Like, whenever you're playing a frustrating game, it's very difficult to actually care about things. Like, a person's apathy will drastically increase. Because they're focused on trying to actually beat something. And... when you have... well, that was just my fault there. Like, I don't need to have the next game advertised to me when I know I'm going to play through it eventually. Soon, hopefully. Not, obviously, maybe, not this coming week. How's it going, Unli? How are you doing? Like that South Park episode that just recently got aired, I just, like, need to vent my goddamn emotions on how terrible I'm having playing this game when I know, like, I'm already actively doing the best thing I can, which is try and beat it. You just got home. Oh, man. Just had a late night. Hopefully you're safe. Hopefully everything's good. Hopefully you got to hang out with friends. See how they're doing. Because now this game is getting to the point now where I'm actually getting frustrated because of the auto-scroller. Like, I'm sure the later Ecco games were perfectly fine, decent games. but I'm suffering through this one right now. College, sadly less fun. I see you're explaining. Yes, we're actually now in a shoot 'em up section. This is the final level, which includes an auto-scroller in which you actually now can destroy the aliens with your Ecco. And you have health regeneration here, but the moment you reach the final boss, you lose your health regeneration. Also, thank you very much for the host. And they say, I can't believe, say she. I always have trouble actually saying the entire thing. Hopefully everything's going well. Only in this game could. Don't you even dare try and touch me right now, aliens. Don't need this. Do not need this. This is a very difficult and frustrating game. I don't know how anyone had a positive childhood playing Sega Genesis games. That's kind of what I want to say from this entire thing. From this entire thing. Swim too fast, or you don't swim fast enough. I don't know why this is actually becoming more difficult for me. Like, that's the part I'm scratching my head on right now. Our friends taking turns enjoying each other's suffering. Good to know. Good to know. Sorry, I did look at the chat there. That was my fault. Streaming and playing games, they are very difficult. Very difficult combination. Especially when the game becomes more difficult. I think I might give this... The worst part is because it's tied, the final boss is tied to an auto-scroller, and I know we haven't gotten there yet, and I'm more focused on chatting now than I am actually playing this game. Because my ability to focus and execute this very difficult section, which is an endurance in itself, is causing me to lose control, or lose the ability to perform. So, like, what I was able to do with ease is now more difficult, because I can't remember the directions I need to go. I can't remember the difficult moments where the game tricks you and says hey, we're tricking you, we're lying to you, because there are so many different ways to die. Like, I'm sure everyone has had that feeling before. Where it's like, I've played this game for so long, I'm now doing worse than I actually should be. And it also really sucks that, like, momentum is an issue here. I'm actually kind of, like, if there's anything I'm realizing that now, is momentum with Ecco is also an issue. And you can't just charge. Like, charging is, if anything, actually one of the worst things you can do here. So it's like you have to maintain the right amount of speed. Like, this actually takes a lot more perfect pacing than I would even think of. Or I would give it credit, or than you would think. No, don't touch me, alien head. Like, this is definitely one of those moments in games where it's like, you can't do anything else, you just have to focus. And that kinda sucks. Or at least it's counterintuitive in terms of streaming. You never know when an enemy is just gonna go up and just destroy you. Like, the enemies are more of a distraction than anything else, but they're such a deadly distraction that it becomes a problem. No! This game is so bad about controls. I wish there was a shortcut or something. Or like a player decision. No, that section sucks. They do everything they can to say you're dead. Like, you have to really commit to the right direction. And, like, any diagonal movement in this is punished. There's nothing you can do. I was stuck turning around. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, the controls are just average, and because of that, it just makes you suffer. Like, the moment Ecco turns around, you're basically too vulnerable. But there's, like, the way this maze is built is against, like, big circle turning like this, and it's more reliant on making the short, or like being more direct, more precise. I forgot about the known vulnerability frames. Yep, that still exists, and they're still, like, that's why this game, that's part of the reasons why this game is terrible. Like, this is a list of, the long list, like, if anything, this stream is basically saying, friends don't let friends play Ecco. And I'm sorry for all the people who love this game, and I know you love it, but I can't help but hate it. Like, I hate it, and I think I have a good argument as to why it's a bad game. Like, if you're just playing it to swim around, like, if anything, actually, that's the one thing this game actually could have been, and I think people actually would love that. It's like, create a password that would have given you a free swim mode. Go around, swimming to your heart's content. Here's this little obstacle course we made and such. Could have been, it actually would have been probably actually better than the entire concept of this game. Like that section there, like I get stuck there because I'm going diagonal instead of straight up or straight down. Like, that's the problem with this game. It relies so heavily on too precise movement that happens. And I don't want to quit, because, like, I know, it's, like, this worst part is it's doable. Like, that's the worst part. It's doable. Yet another example of how terrible Ecco actually controls right there. Like, your inputs have to be precise, and doing, like... You would think, like, hey, I'm going to swim kind of like a dolphin. Like, this game doesn't even want to reward you for swimming like a dolphin. Like, the game is putting you in situations where you have to turn around, make yourself vulnerable. And if any of these vortex aliens touch you, you're dead. They weren't smart enough to give you more health. It also doesn't look like intuitive, sudden moves of dead ends. Yeah, no, like this maze has a lot of, if you went the wrong direction, you're dead. A lot of them. So there's only one correct path, and if you screw up, you're dead. And a lot of the directions, and it even has fake outs and such. Like that. Like that little section there is a fake-out section. And since momentum's part of the issue now, it's like the more I play this, it's like, oh, I'm not thinking as analytical. I'm not being as analytical as I could be. Ah, come on. And the more this actually scrolls on, like the smaller like sections you have where you can actually turn around or make corrections and such. You know, making corrections in this game in terms of swimming is very punishing. Like, so either you memorize the course or one small mistake, you're dead. Like, that's why button mash. That's the reason why I'm button mashing my sonar. That is honestly the main reason why I'm button mashing my sonar. Is because that's, to me, is the best defense. Because the enemies spawn... it doesn't feel like they spawn randomly, but it's... I can't seem to explain it. It feels like the pacing is partially controlled by where the aliens are. And the aliens are so gigantic that you end up touching one of them, you're dead. This whole level is such a way that's meshing all together. The blur the longer you play. Yeah, that's actually good. That's actually a good explanation. It just blurs all together and just constantly tests your skill in such a way that that becomes very painful and upsetting. You can't do anything about that. There's nothing that you can do about that. There is no defense I would actually be able to do. But I want to try and beat this game the way it's supposed to be. I have to ask, Sappho... That's what this game has been doing. It has been doing nothing but bullshit like that. Like, I've noticed that the moment I started doing this auto-scroller section. I have to ask, what nationality did... Not the developer, but where was the Novasoft founded and created from? If you could look that up, I'm curious. I want to know if they actually were a Western developer, like in the States, Europe, or if they were more of a, or they were actually a Japanese company. I'm honestly curious. I really actually should have looked this up myself beforehand. Founded in Hungary, so European, but the HQ is in California. A lot of companies do that. It's more of a question like where Novasoft was. I was curious when you mentioned earlier. Yeah, because it's one of those questions like, do they make, this was back during the 90s and 80s. You didn't know how to make, if you need to make your games more difficult or less difficult for certain demographics or audiences. I mean, thankfully now, because we treat games more as an art, that that section there was actually the moment where I realized wow, you could die off screen with no help, with no control. That's what makes this so stupid, is either Ecco's too big, the aliens are too big, the hitboxes are too big. I didn't know Nova Trade is, where Nova Trade is from. Yeah, that's like I said, that's an interesting, question, because, difficulty in games were radically different, depending on the developer. Damn it! I keep screwing up that section. Like, what really sucks is now I'm realized, like, I can make myself invulnerable by taking wider turns, but this game wants you to take to be more precise in your movement, and that sucks because being precise in your movement actually hurts you more than helps you. So it's really hard to properly navigate where you need to be and where you need to go. Not to mention the whole momentum issue. Like, there's just so many factors. Like, it really, like, this game actually really has a lot of core mechanics that make the game interesting. But because of that, it makes it way too difficult. It makes it way too complex for no good reason for what situations the developer actually wants to put the player in. Like, that's the one thing that makes it difficult. So I think the answer is that Novatrade was a Western developer. But one second, sorry, need to focus. No! Don't you even try that. I don't want... Nope. Down, down, down. I need to go down, not up. Sorry, I have to... No! Stupid section. That's like a frame. That's very few frames you can actually react to that. We're going down. Game is dirty. Mean. Dirty. I don't like it. We guessed correctly. I actually completely forgot what direction we actually need to go. Stay up. I cannot look at chat. I'm sorry. Okay. Alright. So we actually made it to the third time here. It makes me wonder. I actually played level and thought, yeah, this is fun. The Japanese version of the game even had checkpoints on Welcome to the Machine. Interesting. Yeah, they instantly put a monster there. That is bullcrap. So... what do they want me to... Oh, come on! Ah, I have to shoot out both. I hate this game. I hate this game so much. I really hate this game. That was a dumb death. I really hope people would agree with me. That was a dumb death. So, Super Mike Man, what actually happens there? So, here's the issue. So, right at the very start of the fight, there is a, I always forget their name. Oh my god, Vortex. There was a Vortex, so at the start of the fight, there's a Vortex alien that just sits there. It exists there, and if you're not mashing your sonar button, your Ecco button, you are going to take damage, and you will actually most likely die if you're not spamming it. However, because this game is horrible in the sense of enemy respawn, which we've suffered through this entire game, through the 10 hours playing, in which this game is saying how long to beat is 4, which I say bullshit. The only people who actually reported that are the people who actually know how to play this game. So that how long to beat to me is incorrect. Is that nothing ever despawns. So the moment I went just a little bit off screen, and I came back and I did a dash because I was being sucked in because I didn't expect the boss to suddenly suck me in, because you have no health regeneration. There is no extra health you can get in this fight whatsoever, so there's no healing. You have health regeneration in the tube and in the first section of Welcome to the Machine. You do not have it at the boss fight, so you literally can take 2 hits in this entire boss fight. 2. That's it. So the moment something sits on you because you have no invincibility frames, like a Vortex Alien, you are instantly dead. But that one Vortex Alien respawned, and the moment I dashed back, I was going faster than my Ecco. Actually, I wasn't even pressing my Ecco button because I was more focused on not actually being sucked up by the final boss, the final Vortex. Which is funny, the Vortex, haha, it sucks everything up. I ran into it, and I died. The only thing I can think of, right, it's not LGL chest, no offense, with the hints from the DNA, I feel like I know I could beat this boss, figure it out on my own, because right now the only thing I realize, like, shoot the eyes, take out the eyes, because you can apparently destroy the eyes, and then I have to figure out something else. You had 4 health when you hit it, though. They do that much damage. You have no invincibility frames, Mike. Super Mike Man, you have 0 invincibility frames playing this game. None. If anything lands on you, you are pretty much going to die. Now, like, you'll wonder why this game is taking me 10 hours to complete. This is why. There's so many terrible game design decisions. Because apparently the head developer actually was like, I want to make this game hard. Oh, god damn it. I'm gonna give it a few more shots, and if we can't get past it, we'll stop, because it's Thursday, I still actually have work. This is not the start of a weekend, unfortunately. If we can get to the final boss in 30 minutes, I want to give it one more shot. I want to beat, like, after Dynamite Heady, I don't want to have another game where it's like... I don't want another game that, I don't like it when games beat me. Like, I don't want another Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. I don't want another Dynamite Heady. I want a game I can actually sit down and, like, beat. I want to clear my backlog. I want to do it the way it was intended. Because any person can beat a game with save states. Like, given enough time, given enough persistence, anyone can. Never destroy your games. Try never destroy games. Because, to me, that's terrible. Like, I know a lot of people, like, Angry Video Game Nerd, like, I really hope what he actually does is, like, destroy props. Although I do need to actually write... I wouldn't have actually hurt the cart. Still, no, like I said, there's no need to go to any sort of drastic measures or anything like that. Like, I still love video games as my primary hobby. And even though, like, a game could be really bad, I'd still rather know that it has... Because, you know, I feel like we should be learning from the film industry and such. We should be able to preserve games so that they're not forgotten. So that they're not lost to time. And I feel that's something the game industry still doesn't exactly have down. I still feel that's something that actually is very much actually a failure of the video game industry still, even to this day. Because there's no like, we have all these video game organizations for, like, journalists, for game developers and such, but the one thing that actually does not really exist, that should exist, is for the preservation of games. I know we do have games museums and such, but there are actual video game museums out there that actually exist. But there is nothing that actually focuses on preserving, games. In the sense of archival pursuits and such. And I don't think there's anyone in the game industry that actually is willing to fund it. Or to fund such an endeavor. Like, that to me is probably actually one of the most important things I wish, like, the game industry would actually do. I almost made the same mistake. The more complex the games get, the more I get concerned lost in time. Yep, no, I agree. I think it is getting worse. Like, when I say preservation, like, you know, for something like MMOs. MMOs are complex. Too. That's the fake out. MMOs are complex to keep because you ask yourself, like, how do you preserve it? Do you preserve the original version? Do you preserve the, like, all the expansions and such? And then the question of, like, I would look to preservation such as the bare minimum, like having the data. Never mind the question of, like, operating system and computers and such. Make things... No! I really hate how this game's, the one thing I noticed about this game is that when it comes to the scrolling in this game, it doesn't give you, like, there are very few times it gives you the benefit of doubt and lets you win. It pushes you back. So, like, if I'm trying to get past an obstacle, it just, like, it'll most likely, not give me the benefit of the doubt and it'll push me away. Instead of forward. Just like all those times I had trouble, like, making all those jumps as I played. Like, clearing that one big jump. Like, the only reason, actually, if anything, probably we're here, is because I actually used the shortcut again to access the time machine. But I think for something like an MMO, just make sure the files are there. Like, the other issue, of course, is... I think I just killed myself. I think I just killed myself somehow. No, I didn't. Okay, that's actually amazing. No! Oh, I hate swimming now in this game. Yeah, and that's the thing, like, the people who actually... Like, the average consumer, if anything, is actually the best collector, but it's the worst, it's the worst, person to actually preserve the games. And so you're stuck in this crossroads where the people who... Like, let's take the National Archives Record Association. The National Archives Record Association is the federal agency of the United States government that, for the most part, preserves documentation, created by the government. I know that sounds very redundant, but let me give you an example. NARA is very much in charge of most, if not all, presidential libraries in the United States. For example, I believe, you know, was it President Obama? He's going to get a presidential library. Most, if not all, presidents have some sort of presidential library. Some are obviously bigger than others or get support. I don't know if all of them have it now that I think about it, but, you know, usually the ones, like, some of the big ones, especially as of late, will have a presidential library. Like, George W. Bush, he has a presidential library. Obama will have a presidential library. Ronald Reagan, he has a presidential library. And a lot of those organizations, or those presidential libraries, have... they're basically built, half of it for a museum, for the general public, you know, to actually show the history of a president and their legacy, legislation stuff, but then the other half of it is actually towards archiving and holding on to any and all records related to the president. And I mean, or when I say the president, I mean their entire staff, people who worked for the president, so we're talking offices, like the press secretary, for example, would be a good example. Any sort of... Sorry, I had to stop there just to focus there. So you had a lot of that, like, we're talking any and all documentation, like, there is actually, and I can actually attest to this, you can actually make FOIA requests and such, for this stuff. Like, even if a person, like, wrote a greeting card to a president, that would actually get held onto. And the library, you know, the presidential library that's run by NARA, they don't, you know, unfortunately, because they don't have the budget, they don't have the Damn it, the alien touched me. The alien touched my hitbox and I died. That sucks. Nothing I can do, because I turned around. That's what really sucks. Like, like, to get through this section, I should have been able to actually always fire my sonar. Like, that's the way to get through it safely. But because, like, the moment you make that one turnaround, you disable your sonar. But as for what your preservation is, I mean, if you're trying to preserve it, cold temperatures, acid-free folders, separate them, have each magazine in their own individual folder, don't double up or anything like that. That was just me being bad. Would probably be the best thing, like one of the best things you could do. And there are collectors for that stuff. You know, you can find collectors. Don't just plop it up on eBay or Craigslist. Look up and find, you know, for people who are willing to actually find it, there are people who are willing to put a price on it. There are, of course, a lot of organizations like NARA. NARA will never, ever, pay for... You have gotta be kidding me, game. Will never pay a person money, because there are a lot of people who will call in, say they have something from President... Let's just say President Ronald Reagan, for example. I'm sure there are a lot of people who probably have memorabilia that probably had President Obama's signature, or of the such, but let's just take Reagan as an example here for this one. They'll be more than happy to take the donation, but they cannot give any sort of monetary compensation. And that's the sad part, is that basically there's no way for... It's an empty middle space there between the private and the public. You know, the private, a person most often will sell valuable possessions that are valuable. Like, you know, even something like... I mean, heck, let's take even Playboy. Let's get a little adult here. Playboy today is not the Playboy of what it used to be. Any and all of those magazines are very much worth something. Assuming they're kept in a decent condition. But, Tish. But the tools for an average person to really preserve things just is hard. It's there, but it's very expensive. It can be very expensive. Even though you can actually go through that would have been a problem. You know, if you actually don't try to beat this, it suddenly becomes very zen. It's still bullcrap, but it still becomes very zen. Because of the way the music works out, and you're just kind of focused on spamming the Ecco button. I don't have the space to preserve them properly, they're just in boxes. I could find a video game museum. Wanted them, though. You could! That's very much a solution. Why are you terrible, game, at turning... Look at this, they're attacking you from the right for no reason. Yeah, honestly, I keep forgetting, like, where I need to go at this point of the game. Like, this is where I'm forgetting where to go and what to do and such, because they're just... They throw everything at you. And you can instantly die. Don't go up there, you're not there at that section yet. Oh, come on! I've destroyed the body, but not the head, you're kidding me. Sometimes focusing the best and unlearn how to play. Yeah, we're definitely at that point where we have forgotten how to play. Well, actually, no, we haven't. Dude! Thank goodness the boost button exists. Yeah, you do need to focus on this. This is a section where you can't really... It's really difficult to actually interact and chat and stream with a game like this. This is definitely one of those games that has that ugly... Like, this is why a lot of RPGs... Like, one of the reasons people won't stream RPGs, not only are they long, but just the sheer... having to focus on the script. No, that's the wrong direction. Having to focus on the script, the story, to actually appreciate the story. I mean, like, honestly and earnestly appreciate the story. We're done. I'm sorry. No, we can't do this. I'm too distracted. And we're at a point where fatigue has overtaken me in focus. But yeah, this is brutal. This is nasty. And I hate this. I hate games that do this because if I go back to stream this, this could last as long as 7 minutes, or it could last another 2 hours. Like, I hate having moments like this. It's like, oh, now we're gonna have to do another episode of this because, or another stream of this because I want to beat this, I want to beat it legitimately. But this section is so garbage, and I still need to figure out the final boss, that becomes extremely annoying. And so I can end just having like, oh, we finished it in 30 minutes. Alright, we're done. You know what? It's getting too late. It's getting way too late. I'm gonna stop it here. We have to stop. There's no way, because I have to wake up at 5 in the morning. The answer is stream this, and if you complete it, you can do it. No, I'm not. Super Mike Man, I hate that. I actually hate that approach. I hate going in instantly from one game to another, because I treat each individual one... The way I treat streaming is I treat each game I'm playing as its own individual project. That's my personal outlook. Like, if you're doing a show, like, let's take Proton John, for example. Proton John has a show. And I think most people, if they are streaming, should probably actually treat it like that. You know, come up with some type of show. Most people, you know, for me, I'd like to have a main focus be on a singular game. You know, if I'm trying to beat it, I want the focus to be on that game. I don't want, like, you know, Fortune Cookie has the luxury because it's, you know, he's not trying to beat games. He's trying to just demonstrate games. So he's just playing, like, the first 30 minutes of the game, or maybe a little bit longer. So transitioning from game to game is no problem. You know, for someone like myself, I'd rather, like, give someone's like, okay, if you're coming to my stream, well, you know what you're going to be watching. You know, I'd hate to be the person who's like, let's play Overwatch for 30 minutes and then instantly jump on over to PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Let's play that for another 30 minutes and stuff. Because I only have 2 hours to stream. And that's the important part. There's a huge difference between someone who can commit 5 to 7 hours, or even 8 hours to streaming, compared to a person who only has 2 hours. And that's a very, like, 2 to 3 hours. That's a very important factor when it comes to considering what you're going to stream, how you're going to stream it, and if you can focus the game on something else. And I don't want to instantly jump on over into another Beat the Backlog, because then I might actually want to take, like, I'll be honest, I need to take a break from Ecco the Dolphin after we beat this, because all my game time, I don't play games unless I'm streaming now. That is the only spare time I can give myself to play games. So what you guys are actually watching is the very brief moments of my life that I can actually unwind and play a game. That's a very, you know, it's a very evolving thing of, you know, obviously growing up. You know, you'll just have less time to play games. And you have to find a way, just like anyone else, to manage your schedule or create some sort of time where you can do it. But let me actually take a look here and see who else is streaming here tonight. There's actually still a lot going on right now. There are, let me actually take a look at one more thing. I want to take a look at Discord here soon. There are a couple people actually streaming right now. There's actually New York Video Game Freak. It's NY Video Game Freak. It looks like he's actually streaming Saints Row, probably Saints Row 4. Mio Hello, he's actually streaming Star Fox Assault. Let me make sure here, and a couple other people. There is Smite, he's actually streaming Legend of Legaia. He's at the very end of that RPG, so I like Legend of Legaia. That's actually one of my, like, it's a really good RPG with a very unique combat system. Summoning Salt is streaming Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. He is the world record holder of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, so if you want to see someone who's extremely skilled at Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, check out Summoning Salt. Other than that, though, we have Mecha GM. He's actually streaming Final Fantasy XIV Online. Black Blag looks like he's finally back. He's actually playing PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, as he normally does. And finally, Twitch and the Tokyo Game Show. Twitch is actually streaming the Tokyo Game Show, so go check all of them out. Tokyo Game Show actually is also a team on Twitch you should check out, so do twitch.tv/team Tokyo Game Show 2017, I believe is the name of the team. And there are also a bunch of streams covering the Tokyo Game Show and showing a bunch of games that are going to be hopefully coming out here in the West very soon. But till then, thank you very much tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow we'll definitely come back to this. We'll try and beat it. And if we do beat it, if we beat it early, like within an hour, we'll transition over to another game. Probably EDF. Because that's a good unwinding game. And if it takes over an hour, then we'll probably just, you know, we'll call the stream for the, actually, no, it'll be Friday, shoot. We'll probably actually cut to another game regardless. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'm trying this Sunday. I don't know if I'm going to stream it or not. Just trying to get a couple of guys together to play some EDF. I don't know if that's going to be streamed or not, so no guarantees. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed what you saw. And until then, take care.